Welcome back to the II preview show with me, Davey B, and the sporting ace, otherwise known as Callum Field Mullins. Callum, thank you for joining me on the II show. It's the first one I've done for a while. I hope you've picked all the winners for Romford.
It's a pleasure. I've got all the dogs to lay for all of those that are watching for tomorrow evening's race card. It's an all right evening's meeting. It's not one of the best like what I used to remember them, but it should be good.
Good stuff. Right then, let's get into the action. Right then, so we'll go with race one. We've got Bedell Frankie in 1, Fabulous Demand in 2, Knockane Harbour in 3, Prozac in 4, Serious Magic in 5, and in 6, Bang On Harry. Callum, what do you fancy?
I fancy Bang On Harry. It's got a good draw. He raced in 4 about 2 weeks ago. And as well as that, he's actually got good form over Harlow as well. Not just over 2 bends, but 4 bends as well. Seems like quite a nice dog. And if he smashes the lids, I'm hoping he should just clear them.
Good stuff. So Callum's selection in race 1 is trap 6, Bang On Harry. Moving on to race 2, it is a 225 metre sprint, heat 2 of the Romford Friday Night 500 sprint. In 1, we've got Phoenix Best, 2, Belfast Legend, 3, Kilby Hill Eddie, 4, Kolanga Blizzard in 4. In 5, we've got Chop Chop Rainbow, and in 6, Brennan's Mick. Callum, what do you fancy?
It was a bit of a difficult one because I really like 3 again. Keeper Hill Eddie has had some pretty good Harlow form when the BGBF sprint was on more recently, but he seems to have taken a step backwards and hasn't really been putting in any decent performances as of late. But I mean, I've gone with trap 5, Chop Chop Rainbow with Gemma Evans. Seems good enough and probably be the better dog in a weaker heat.
So Callum's selection in race 2 is trap 5, Chop Chop Rainbow. Hopefully that'll be 2 out of 2 tomorrow night.
We're already on a roll.
Or tonight, in fact, depending when I put this out. So race 3 is a maiden stayers over 575 metres. We've got Courtney's Gale in 1, Crossfield Lexi in 2, Bubbly Rockstar in 3, Tribal Causeway in 4, Miss Big Pants in 5, and in 6, Silver Spring Rhea. Callum, what do you fancy?
I've gone with Courtney's Girl for Michelle Brown. I think one of the obvious is going to be either the 4 or possibly even the 5 or 6 of one of the Mullinses, but I think she's got enough about her. She can get away from the tins pretty quickly as well. She's won an S2, and I believe she's won or come close in an S1 as well. Probably be at a bit of a price, I would have thought, and probably give the rest of them a good go.
So Callum's selection in race 3 is trap 1, Courtney's Gale. Moving on to race 4, we've got the second heat of the 575 maiden stayers. In trap 1, Second Captain, 2, Beeper's Grace, 3, Aero Bob, 4, Droopy's Stairway, 5, Hurry Up PJ, and in 6, Jeopardy Storm. Callum, what do you fancy?
I didn't really know where to look with this one, to be totally honest with you. There's nothing that screams at me that's going to absolutely clear the bend and make all, but I've gone with Katie O'Flaherty's Second Captain. Just seems good on the form. He's got a second, a third, and a first, and coming pretty close in open racing. So tomorrow night or tonight, depending on when this goes out, could be the evening that it goes and takes it away.
So Callum's selection in race 4 is trap 1, Second Captain. Moving on to race 5, we've got a 400 metre open race. In trap 1, Slider McCoy, 2, Sonic Vegas, 3, Chelms Marley, 4, Lamorna Ollie, 5, Well Done Bacon, And in 6, T-Boy Bruno. Callum, what do you fancy?
I fancy T-Boy Bruno. He's been a pretty good servant as of late for Nathan Hunt. There's obvious claims with Slider McCoy, but I feel it's going to be quite a cramped bend. T-Boy Bruno can actually get out. He can leave him pretty quickly, and if he avoids all of the trouble, which Slider McCoy and Sonic Vegas and Marley could also find themselves in, he could be a couple of lengths past him at the second bend, and hopefully we'll just lead on from there.
So Callum's selection in race 5 is trap 6, T-Boy Bruno. Moving on to race 6, we have got an A3, which is a sweepstake final. In 1, Shady Bell, 2, Lady Robin, 3, Kenyan Ranger, 4, XV Delta, 5, Kong 3, and in 6, Hazelwood Alarm. Callum, what do you fancy?
Just one for me, very simple. He's won 5 on the bounce, XV Delta, a very good looking dog for Dave Mullins. Just as simple as that. Could go for its 6th tomorrow evening.
Nice and simple then. So Callum's selection for race 6 is trap 4, XV Delta. Moving on to race 7, we have the Romford Friday night 1000 winner of 1 standard final. We've got Jeopardy James in 1, Bubbly Simba in 2, U Rouge in 3, Clash of Rocket in 4, Ballymac Lizzie in 5, and in 6, It's Your Best Mate. Callum, what do you fancy?
There's quite a few which it could actually be dished out for. There's plenty of firsts and seconds across all of the 6 dogs cards. But in the end, I've gone with Martin Wiley's Clash of Rocket. Looks good enough for me. It got a bit of early about it, and obviously at Romford, you need plenty of early to get away, unless you're avoiding the trouble and you're going to go around unscathed. So yeah, Clash of Rocket for me.
So Callum's selection in race 7 is trap 4, Clash of Rocket. On to race 8, we've got the Bitches dual distance final over 575 metres. 1, Putney Junie, 2, Mad About Barbs, 3, 2 Anthem, 4, Millbank Peach, 5, Mad About Casey, and in 6, Loaded Judy. Callum, what do you fancy?
We're going to go with the latter. We're going to go with Julie, or Judy rather, because she's got a good form since being stepped up in grade. She's held with it well. Hasn't really frayed away from the opportunity. I know A4 to open race looks quite large, but it was second to Millbank Peach only by a length and a quarter. Could go one better this evening and definitely take this final. Probably make it 8 out of 8, I reckon.
Hopefully, mate. Hopefully. So Callum's selection in race 8 is trap 6, Loaded Judy. Got that right this time. Moving on to race 9, we've got the Coral Standard Trophy final over 400 metres. Antigua Socks in 1, Moorestown Victor in 2, Carter Bar in 3, Droopy's Good in 4, Rail McCoy in 5, and in 6, Ale Blake. Callum, what do you fancy?
This is good enough to be a golden sprint final in its own right. If Ale Blake was drawn a little bit further inside, I probably would have reared more towards him. I'm pretty sure Rail McCoy actually won the golden sprint, didn't he?
I believe so.
But you know, there's so many good dogs in here, but I feel like if I didn't go with my Carter Bar, he probably would win. And if I did go with him, I'd jinx him. So I really don't know what to do. There's a really good dog in Droopy's Good with Paul Carpenter and Mrs. Lockhead, but I've got to go with Carter. I've got to stick with the kennel. I've got to go with what I know the boy can do.
That's it, mate. So yeah, in race 9, Callum has gone for Carter Bar in trap 3. Moving on to race 10. Oh, go back one. Back to race 10. We've got the Premier Greyhound Racing Champion Stakes final. We've got Droopy's Garden in 1, Warzone Tom in 2, Antigua Biggin in 3, Aero Squeak in 4, Waste House Is It in 5, and in 6, Come As You Are. Callum, what do you fancy?
Going with the outsider, Come As You Are. Is probably one of the most controversial of the night to go against the track record holder, but look, it's a great final. You'd probably be back in Warzone, Tom, to win at anything, to be honest. But I really like Droopy's Garden as a stayer as well. I think Come As You Are has come so close in recent weeks and months, and has been a massive servant to Irene Barnard's kennel. And I know Craig Morris does quite a few of the trips up to Romford. I think they'll be rewarded for their travels tomorrow evening, come 8:54.
So Callum is going for Come As You Are in the Champion Stakes final. Race at 11, we've got a 400-metre Bitches race. In 1, Glengar Daisy, 2, Crystal Rose, 3, Nissels Thunder, 4, Black Girl Sheck, 5, Knockboy K, and in 6, TJ's Slipaway. Callum, what do you fancy?
I've gone with the 6 again. I'm picking quite a lot of 6s and 1s. It's TJ Slipaway for me, for Paul Young. Look, if you're doing anything under 380, you've got a very good, quick dog. We'll probably it is hard because they've put it back that if a dog was moved to a set of sprint boxes, the bend can be a little bit different than a 4 bend, if that makes sense. So I think switching back to the 4 bend has definitely helped, because he won his A1 in a 24:07. I'm hoping he can slip away from the field. No pun intended.
I like it. So in race 11, Callum's gone for TJ's Slipaway. Race 12, we've got a consolation race, which is over 400 metres. In 1, Crossfield Larry, 2, He's Got Wings, 3, O Cosmopolitan, 4, Hills Camel King, 5, Bubbly Freebie, and in 6, Phoenix Puma. Callum, what do you fancy?
I've gone with track 2, He's Got Wings. Quite like this dog for Dave Lee. I've always had connections with Dave. He's a lovely man. And he wouldn't really necessarily go open racing unless he had a decent dog on his hands. And he has with that. He's Got Wings. He's been to Swindon. He's been to Oxford. I'm pretty sure he picked up a win a couple of weeks back. And obviously didn't go. He went pretty close toe-to-toe with Droopy's Good, and could go even better in this hot field consolation race.
So Callum's selection in race 12 is track 2, He's Got Wings. Moving on to the final race, we've got the Champion Stakes consolation. In 1, Bubbly Crystal, 2, Romeo on Tilt, 3, Who's Quicker Now, 4, Antigua Sugar, 5, Doghouse Dazzler, and in 6, Swift Mellow. Callum, what do you fancy?
Romeo on Tilt. It's as simple as that. Track 2, Romeo on Tilt. I do like the 6 as well. Antigua Sugar is also a pretty good dog. Same for Doghouse Dazzler. They've all got claims. But, I mean, Romeo on Tilt's been doing the times, and he's been doing the times consistently. And when you start to get it right at Romford, you get a bit of consistency. That's when it starts to click, and you become a bit of a machine around there. Bubbly Crystal, I probably would have thought that this distance is a little bit too short for her. And with some of the early that goes on, might just play a bit of a struggle to try and back run some of these dogs, because it's a very hard track to back run dogs at Romford. Same place for Crayford as well. But yeah, that's my finale. That's my 13th winner.
So Callum's selection in race 13 is track 2, Romeo on Tilt. Hopefully you do make it 13 out of 13, mate. That would be some achievement if you did happen to do that.
it would be huge. I only picked up one winner when I was parading today, so I don't think luck's with me at all. But you know, anyone that's watching the II show today, take it as what you will, with a bit, you know, a pinch of salt. I'm not the best at picking them, but if I get a 3, I'd be happy. But yeah, one big II from me.
Aye, aye. Yeah, I appreciate you coming on, mate. I love doing these II shows. It's more of a struggle for me just to name the names of the dogs, never mind pick a winner. That's why I try and stick to that. But hopefully
Yeah,
you
Julie.
pick a few, and hopefully whoever watches it enjoys it again. Hopefully we can get the boys back as well in the future. Dylan, Craig, Connor, and obviously
Yeah,
yourself
would be
back on,
good.
and hopefully a few more people involved.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure to be on. We said we'd do something for the finals night, and
Yeah.
we have stuck to our guts. Just fingers crossed now for all the winners. Whoever's running tomorrow night, if you've got connections, good luck to all of you. And yeah, good luck. Thank you.
Yeah, best of luck to all connections. Good night.
Good night.